I'm here in South Carolina actually doing some testing on a 650 horsepower Ford Expedition EcoBoost. But then I noticed this, and I gotta show it to you guys, because since Ford is not building a two-door short bed Ford Raptor, well, the guys at 5-Star Tuning here did. I'm gonna talk to the owner, Mike Butler, to actually learn a lot about this truck. It's hiding a supercharged 5-liter V8 under the hood, about 720 horsepower to crank maybe, and a 6-inch lift. In this video, you're gonna learn everything about this truck, and also I get to take it for a quick drive and see how it feels. It started as a regular cab short bed.
Correct.
You ordered it that way specifically?
Yes, XL,
Okay.
base model.
All right, so then what?
Then it became a glorious part ad list. Starting from the front, you have a full-born Raptor hood, basically a real Raptor hood. You have a custom bumper.
Yeah.
You have custom winch bar lights. You have an 8-inch lift kit, 37-inch tires. You have 456 gears.
And it's a 5-liter.
And it's a 5-liter, yeah, I
Yeah.
was getting back to that. And the biggest surprise is it's a Roush supercharged 5-liter that makes about 600 horsepower to the wheel.
What I really love about this truck, it's not just a two-door cab short bed. It actually has a lot of really unique custom touches. Just check out this mounting system for the front winch. It actually ties into where the stock tow hooks are to the frame, but there's actually an extra hook there, so you're not losing any hooks and you're gaining a winch with a light. That's really interesting. Also, this suspension lift is a 6-inch lift with a 37-inch tall tire, and you got traction bars front and rear to keep the truck kind of stable, because it is high in the air, it's really tall, and it's packing a lot of power. All right, let's start from the front. Can we pop the hood and kind of talk about the hood and then what's under the hood?
Yes, sir.
So if you wanted your own two-door Raptor truck, this is probably as close as I've seen. I have never seen anything quite done this way. All right, so tell me about the hood, because I know traditionally the Raptor hood is actually wider, a little bit wider than an F-150 hood. So how did you do this?
Basically, we took the stock hood, separated the top part of it, and then took a real Raptor hood and glued it back together.
Okay.
So it became the actual Raptor hood, and then actually cut the corners on the hood, and then narrowed it up for the stock fenders on the truck.
Let's look at the intake system and kind of what's underneath. How do we look inside?
So basically, this is the Roush 2300 blower that fits from a 2012 to up to a 2016 vehicle. Running 93 octane, very basic kit, but just custom tuned for this truck.
Okay. And you have obviously kind of a, is that the intake part of the whole deal?
Yeah, the intake is part of the Roush package.
Okay.
Probably a 13, 14 pounds of boost.
And this is a 16 truck.
This is a 16.
So it's a 6-speed.
It's a 6-speed.
All right.
Correct.
All right. Nice. Does the tuning affect the transmission, or how that works?
Yeah, with the truck having 37s and 456 gears, it definitely affects the transmission. It has to be calibrated properly.
Dang, 456 gears. Do you pull some stumps with this thing?
Absolutely. Stumps and drag people.
Well, the truck feels really tall from the driver's seat.
Right.
I can tell that. It's like almost over what like a Super Duty would be.
Right. Yeah,
it's pretty up there. You gotta remember there's a winch up front, right?
You do, yeah. Please remember that, please.
I don't want to punch somebody. Let's hear it. Whoa! I wasn't using much throttle. That's insane. So this is your daily driver?
It can be, yeah, kind of be. It's a let-off steam driver sometimes.
I see. That's a lot of steam.
Yeah, it is.
I think I was like 20% throttle. Wow. Okay. So let's turn our attention to the suspension. So what have you done there?
Suspension-wise, it just has a rough country 6-inch lift with their Vertex adjustable shocks, 8-position shocks, and you can dial in the front and the rear for your comfort level or how fast you want to go or how slow you want to go.
So that's pretty amazing. I mean, you have an incredible approach angle and breakover angles. All right, now custom steps, is that right?
Kind of custom steps.
Okay.
Kind of custom. Nothing too major with those.
All right.
Graphics are custom. Custom exhaust. It's got headers. Custom roll bar in the back. Tons of lights and kind of made to look like a Raptor, but just it's not a Raptor.
It's not a Raptor. Well, can we look at the inside, kind of the driver area? Let's go check it out. All right, so you have custom seats. They kind of look like a Raptor seat.
They do. They're just they're a cat skin aftermarket product with a little red in it to match the truck, but very comfortable and very tough.
Is this how it came with a center console? So it's kind of like bucket seats?
No, most you never see a standard cab pickup have a console.
Yeah.
So it's a transplant from another vehicle.
Maybe a Tremor used to have that
Correct.
buckets, right?
Yeah,
back in 14, was it?
Back in 14. Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a throwback to that kind of a sport truck, right? But you have a Raptor steering wheel?
Raptor steering wheel, full functional. Got
With
the
a paddle?
paddle shifter or something. When you get moving pretty fast, it's something you need to hold on to.
So it's actually 4 gears. So okay. It doesn't feel like a short truck. You know, usually when you have a short truck, it gets kind of bouncy.
Right. Yeah.
Like a little Wrangler or a Jeep or something.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Yeah.
Because definitely, I mean, you want usually for a smoother ride, especially towing in the truck, you want a longer wheelbase.
Oh yeah.
So this is just a toy, right?
Yeah, this is just a toy.
It's a single outlet, right?
On the exhaust,
Yeah.
It's actually a 3.5-inch exhaust.
Okay. All right, so I see Raptor Tailgate.
Yeah, I make a like Raptor Tailgate. Basically, the plaque off of a real Raptor glued onto the truck with a custom barricade rear bumper.
Okay, it's pretty neat. And you got a hitch in there, and show me the kind of this rack system, the spare tire.
Basically, the spare tire it's a custom chase rack built specifically for the truck, with a couple of different light options in the truck, with some different badging on the side with our a brand and the manufacturer of the chase rack. So fits a 37-inch tire easily. So you don't have to get underneath the truck if you get stuck or something.
That's really neat. And how does it tie into? Is that kind of like?
Yeah, the custom rack
goes to the frame.
Correct. It ties into the bed bolts of the truck.
Okay.
So basically, you pop the bed bolts out and put the rack in, and then put the bolts back into the bed, and it goes right through the openings they have on the chase rack.
So tell me, do you do a lot of 5 liters at your company at 5-star?
We do, yeah. We do a lot of 5 liters in general between F-150s and your Mustangs.
Okay.
Pretty much in every year. So they're not uncommon to us.
So not just new ones, like going back, what, 10, 20 years maybe, or whatever?
Yeah, going back to 2011 and up, all the 5 liters there, and even back in some of the 4.6 era 2-valve motors back then. So
what's more popular? I mean, do you see just people going crazy kind of like this, or middle of the road, or what's
it's the middle of the road. This is kind of over the top. This is just something that you want to have fun.
Yeah.
So it's most people lifts and tires and a little bit of show, but not a lot.
So you guys do kind of custom tuning for not just Roush. Can you tell me kind of like what superchargers you guys see?
We see a lot of Roush. We see the Whipple. You see the Procharger. Those are probably your 3 common blowers. From there, it's you get into some of the bigger stuff. Then you started getting into the one standoff control systems and stuff. We stick with the ECU programming versus one-off stuff.
Okay. Now, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I really like this truck because it's really unique. Usually when you see a customized truck, it's usually a crew cab with a regular bed or a long bed, but you don't see a lot of these. And go back to TFLtruck.com for more news, views, and real-world truck reviews.